Yo, it's your boy iUnCapped, and this video is going to be about how to improve in Fortnite endgames. I've been practicing a lot lately, and this is the best I've done in either a duo scrim or a tourney on my own without my god IQ duo. This game is an NA Open Scrim where there's no fighting off spawn, so it's super stacked, and I'll be covering rotates, comms, and going for height. Feel free to watch the video more than once. You can use all these tips to help you in your next tournament. Let's get right into the video. So I strongly suggest playing scrims because in scrims you can practice different things because it doesn't mean anything and you can just learn from your mistakes. So right here is what I do. I try something risky, someone gets killed, I go for the loot, and it ends up working out for me. So here you go. You go, I'm gonna try something risky. I'm gonna go for the mats. You box up. Sometimes you just gotta risk it for the biscuit, and that's what I did here. I was able to get rid of my charge that I'm not experienced with because I don't practice with that, and I was able to get the gold pump shotgun, and I was able to get 2 slurp juices, so it was worth it. What I did was just make sure I get to my teammate right away. I'm not gonna just say this was the best rotate, but just being risky right here lets me know what I can get away with at times, and maybe in an actual tournament I'll need to do it so I'll be more confident with it just in general. So one thing you want to pay attention to when you're about to rotate is you want to pay attention to things that could block your line of sight. Now I was playing scrims earlier this day and we made a rotate. I was playing with someone else, by the way, but we made a rotate and trees were in the way and I only had 2 blades in my katana. So I bladed up to get over the trees, and then after that I had no choice but to blade one more time and land wherever my blade put me. I ended up getting W key, we were split, and it was just all bad. So we ended up pulling zone here, and since we pulled zone, I went up one more layer in metal. And the reason why I did that was because people are gonna rotate in, and you kind of want to be on elevation once it starts to get later in the game. As you can see, my teammate gets beamed here. You're low, bro. You need to heal. And I tell him to heal up because it's just important to always make sure you're not low health when you're going for tags or you're just sitting in the box, because if you are, then you can easily get knocked. And I mean, that's just an awareness thing. I let him know I'm IGLing, so it's my job to like kind of pay attention to those things, but it's also his job to know that he's low. But sometimes we all make mistakes. So right now we just did a heal exchange because he had no whites, and you want to both have white heals in the end game, because say if one of you goes down, one of you needs to be able to have white heals just in case you're taking storm damage, because when those moving zones start going, it's really easy to take storm damage sometimes, and you just want to be able to heal up fully. When we box, have your metal out. When we box up, you're gonna box up out of metal. So right there, I let him know early what materials he should have out, just so when we rotate, we're doing good with our mats. I'm like, we'll have our metal out because it's gonna start being more congested and people might go for plays, for refreshes and stuff like that. And just being in a metal box is safer. So I felt like just making sure we had our metal ready for when we rotate would be the best idea. You have like 30 seconds to make a decision. Be careful when they might shoot you back. Nice. Alright, it goes over the mountain. Yeah. Team with pulse is to our left. So as you know, in this season's meta, there's always a team with pulse rifle, and usually that team is super aggro and they won't leave you alone if they see you. So what I do is try to make sure we rotate around the same time everyone else is rotating, and I also want to make sure that we rotate kind of away from the team with pulse rifle. So right here we make the rotate, and what we did right here, I didn't build really good, but I made sure we staggered because trying to get all the way to the zone was going to be very difficult. These zones pull really far this season, so just making sure you're able to stagger is good. Now I wanted to stagger in metal because I didn't want to get beamed in wood and get focused, and then right there I'm like, okay, it's time to go because everyone else is rotating, and my goal right here is to land on a very high layer and build an extra layer up just so we don't get grief by the team that's next to us. Alright, we're chilling. Alright, switch to brick now. One thing that I'm working on is making sure I'm making clear, direct, and loud comms. I don't want to sound like nervous or in a frantic, but at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm getting a clear message across to my teammates so they know what to do. We might be able to go for height. Yeah, we got height. Alright, so we're gonna try to land on height. Alright. So as you can see, this is gonna be another far rotate, but I wanna focus going on height. Now what I did was look out my cone to see if anybody was above us. When we landed on this high layer, we put ourselves in the best spot possible for our next rotate. So I'm like, we're already on height, so we might as well try our best to keep that. So our main focus for this next rotate is going for height. Wait, who called me?
Alright. Yeah.
Get up, get up. I'm on height.
Alright. I'm right here.
And I'm in. Now as you can see, this rotate was a little scuffed because I'm kind of new to this going for height thing, and I'm also kind of new of playing scrims and stuff without my god IQ duo, because he's usually the one to like make these calls even though I am the IGL. So it looks a little scuffed. I almost ended up with fighting another team, but what I did here was just crank. When you're already on height, you can literally crank. Just make sure you're connected good, or make sure your duo connects good. Shoot at second height. So the main thing when you're on height is making sure you apply pressure to second height. If you apply pressure and just shoot at them, you want to make sure that they don't try to come up and retake height from you or grief you and chop you out. You just always want to make sure they're trying to avoid you dropping even lower to low ground, so you can just dominate the end of the game. When you're on height like this and no one's trying to contest you, it's pretty much an easy win. Now, what I will say is I'm new to playing height like this, so, and I also don't play with Boski like this because he's not my duo. I usually play with Marlon, but since I've been playing scrims so much, it's easy to go and try to do different things, and going for height like this was the best thing I could have did. I'm learning how to have conserved maps, trying to make sure people aren't blading up, and you just gotta have your awareness right. But at the end of this, we were able to hold height the whole entire time. Now what I'm gonna do is let the video play out because it was a crazy ending, and I don't want to spoil too much, but just know it ended crazy. So I'm gonna let y'all watch the rest of this, and I got more tips and tricks coming soon, so be sure to like up this video if you want to see more content like this. It's gonna give me more motivation to keep going. If I helped you out, just let me know in the comment section. And also, if you haven't been using anyone's code for the item shop, please consider using code IUnCapped, because it will really help me a lot, and it will help me put out more content like this. It's your boy iUnCapped. Enjoy the rest of this video. I'm out. Peace. Just block it all off so they can't get up. I'm about to pop a slurp. Wait, I'm gonna wait. Flash one.
Top three. I got a few boots.
You can drop down. Give me your chug. Go.
Yeah, I'm dead. Fudge.
Oh, good, bro. We played that so good. Top 3 is really, really good.